Alright, so Watch MMA had this video up about fighters' picks for Khabib versus Gaethje. You know, is mainly fighters who had fought either Khabib, Gaethje, or both of them before, giving their opinions on who they think would win the fight. You know, most of them pick Khabib. He's the safest pick, you know, undefeated. I mean, he's a deserving pick because he's undefeated in his whole MMA career. 28-0 now. So it makes sense. But they got to Edson Barboza, and his pick, since he had fought both of them, he was like 50-50. Because Khabib's good with the wrestling, but Gaethje, he can knock people out, so his pick was 50-50. But they were talking about the fact that he fought both of them, and the narrator of the video said it's like he said it's hard to see who had the better showing over Edson Barboza. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Because to be objective about it, who had the better showing against Edson Barboza? All you got to say is, like, the answer to the question is, okay, who finished Edson Barboza? It was Gaethje. He knocked him out in the first round. Objectively, Gaethje had the better showing. That's not to say at all that just because Gaethje knocked out Edson, that he's going to win against Khabib. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's like there's a clear who had a better showing. It was Justin. He finished him within the first round. With Khabib, Khabib's fight against Edson, Khabib wasn't, it went the distance, and it's not because Khabib didn't want to finish him, it's because he couldn't finish him. And that's not taking anything away from, I'm not taking anything away from Khabib at all. Khabib dominated Edson Barboza. He dominated him. Once he was able to create those grappling exchanges, he did to him pretty much what he did to everybody else, but just not to the same extent. But he was able to take him down. He made him tired, and he beat him up. Like that first round, I watched that fight back after I watched that video. That first round was a 10-8 Khabib, in my opinion. And then the other two rounds were 10-9 Khabib, in my opinion. So Khabib dominated him, but Edson stayed in there. And Edson, like Khabib, in the first round, he got to mount technically twice. He had his leg mount where he was already over the knees, and then he got a legitimate full mount once. He got the side control briefly on Edson. Edson was able to regard. And then in the third round, Edson was able to stop the takedowns. He was actually able to stop Khabib's takedowns a couple of times in that fight. It's really, why I bring that up is it's a credit to how good Edson Barboza is. Edson's really good. And and what Khabib did to get Edson to the fence is a testament to how good Khabib is and how tough mentally Khabib is. Because you could see after the first round, if you watch the replay, Edson lands a left round kick to the body, and you could see Khabib go wince and he braced. He's just like, oh, I got to go forward. I still got to go forward. It just shows you how tough Khabib is. And how tough Edson was to keep fighting in that fight. But, yeah, that was it was a great showing of the character of Edson Barboza, how tough Edson is, and the character of Khabib and how tough he is. Because it wasn't probably who had the better showing. If I went technically, excluding the fact that Gleison Tibau was probably on something at the time, Gleison might have had the better showing. But, all he did was he stopped takedowns and he got punched in the face a few times. That's what happened in that fight. Whereas, and then Ally Quinta, I think Khabib got a little overconfident and thought and decided to use his striking because he had been working on it. He said that he watched Muhammad Ali and he was inspired to fight like Muhammad Ali, and he was just flicking jabs out, doing circling to his left, flicking jabs out, and was landing jabs nonstop until Al Iaquinta got close and countered him with a right hand once, and then Khabib said, okay, it's time to go back to father plan, But I was just wanting to point out that there's, between the two, who had the better showing over Edson? It was clearly Justin. That's all I got for this video. I'm going to start predictions on the fight card. That's the plan. So, till next time, we'll see you.